say we got 2 new volunteers. Tracy's up in the sound booth learning how to do that, and Vivian's working in the bookstore every Wednesday now. So, see, there's always people popping up. I have a little bit of some information from Unity Worldwide Ministries, joined with is a member of the Association for Global New Thought, which also includes Agape, Centers for Spiritual Living, and a few other New Thought organizations. They wrote a letter to the president about the immigration situation. I posted it. It's hanging on a flag out there, just so you know that is part of what Unity Worldwide Ministry has done as a member of AGNT. And you can read that letter. There's also a Stand Up for Immigration Justice from the Interfaith Alliance in Iowa. They're having a Jericho walk. And the reason, I don't tell you very many things like this, but this is a pretty spiritual demonstration. The Jericho Walk is a silent interfaith prayer and act of solidarity. The walk draws inspiration from the Battle of Jericho, in which the community marched around the city of Jericho 7 times. And this, you'll also find this information at the back table if you're interested in finding out about that. It seems like a pretty cool thing to do, a way to bring a prayerful and a meaningful energy to something you may or may not feel strongly about. Now, I want to give us a little gratitude recap. So, you know, you can, if you miss a Sunday, you miss a lot, but you can always catch a video of the talk. And I usually post a little bit on Facebook about what we talked about, or the website. But I still want to give a little recap. So far in June, here were some ways that we learned about choosing gratitude. 1, spend time with other people. So yay you, you're all here with us. 2, appreciate what you've got. 3, show up for your village, your team, your family, your small group. 4, practice intentional trust. 5, choose what matters. The meaning of your work, the greater and higher purpose that underlines your spiritual journey. 6, Datitude teaches us to give thanks for the lift of grace, goodness, and help for the journey. 7, use the toolkits. Follow the advice of the master teachers. So today, I wanted to say, let's just say thanks. And just say thanks is pretty much shorthand for a deep metaphysical truth, non-duality. Just say thanks is the same as what A Course in Miracles teaches, that there's either fear or love, and you just always choose love. Always turn fear into love. Just say thanks is the same as practicing mindfulness, and a shorthand for don't fight what is, because every time you're going to spend your energy fighting what is, you will always lose. Just say thanks. Now, I found an awesome practice that I am completely psyched about, because Unity is a big umbrella. I read all kinds of spiritual advice from spiritual teachers, and there's a Buddhist teacher whose name is Lama Tsultrim Allione. She wrote an article called How to Feed Your Demons. And I had so much fun with this. I wanted to talk about it and how it's the perfect way to just say thanks. Because let's face it, life has ice cream that you want to say thank you for, and 5 extra pounds that maybe you don't want to say thank you for from eating the ice cream or whatever. Life has people who bring you presents and people who send you bills. Sun, rain, you know, it's that. And spiritual work is to have an open heart and to transform everything into love. And we do it all the time. Everybody here, I see every face, and everybody here I know has done that and does that. Turns everything into love eventually. That's what we keep trying to do. Now, as you know, I am a person for process. I meditate a lot, but I also love spiritual process of any kind because it helps me get from being a whiny sack of crying to feeling happy. Like today, I feel very happy and grateful and joyful. I had a moment yesterday where I was a whiny sack of crying. And I did this process. It worked really well. How to feed your demons. Now, feeding our demons rather than fighting them contradicts the conventional approach, right? About fighting against what assails us. Anything that drains our energy and blocks us from being completely awake is a demon. The approach of giving form to these inner forces and feeding them rather than struggling against them was originally articulated by an 11th century female Tibetan Buddhist teacher named Machig Labdrön, and the dates for her life was 1055 to 1145. So the spiritual practice she developed was called Chode, and it generated such amazing results that it became very popular, spreading widely, maybe wildly also, throughout Tibet and beyond. In today's world, we suffer from record levels of inner and outer struggle. We find ourselves ever more polarized, inwardly and outwardly. We need a new paradigm, a fresh approach to conflict. So this strategy of nurturing rather than battling our inner and outer enemies offers a revolutionary path to resolve conflict and leads to integration and inner peace. I'm amazed at the process, how much it reminds me of some of the psychology I studied in college a long time ago in the 70s. A lot of the transpersonal psychology that is about integration and how to do that. So it's interesting to think that it's pretty ancient wisdom, right? If it was from the year 1045, it was a while ago. So this particular Buddhist teacher, who is alive now and living in Colorado, she developed this method called feeding your demons. It's based on the principles of of Chode or Chode. I'm going to call it Chode. I don't really know how to say it. And it's 5 steps. Step 1 is finding the demon in your body. Step 2 is personify the demon. Step 3 is become the demon. Step 4 is feed the demon and meet the ally. And step 5 is rest. Well, I'm not going to do it very concretely, but I'll tell you what, I'm really excited about this process, and I am so doing a lot of classes in it, like in July and August, because it's fun and because I love to invite people in on the stuff I'm working on, and I think it's really helpful. So let's, I've been practicing with this so I don't go 3 at a time. Here's hoping. Maybe my hand gets sweaty. Let's see. How to Feed Your Demons. And that is by Lama. So I'm going to say Soltrim Elion. That's how I'm saying her name. And the first reason that I love this was because I took it and also to a drawing exercise. So here's the first step was you figure out what your demon is. Well, my demon is responsibility. That's my biggest demon right now. Responsibility. And anybody else have a demon like that? A responsible bully, the bully that says you're responsible. It's your fault. It's your responsibility. I feel responsibility on my shoulders, and I wanted to dislodge it from my shoulders. So the first thing you do is you find it in your body, and I could feel it. First I gave it a name. Well, it's the feeling of being too responsible. That's a demon to me. And then it's on my shoulders. What does it look like? Well, it's bat-like. It's black and gray and dark red. It is so heavy and tenacious and prickly, and it is hot and sweaty. And this is what it looks like. No. Well, that's its first incarnation. It changes a little bit. So the next step 2 is to personify the demon. So what you do is you allow the sensation with its color, its texture, its temperature to move out of your body and sit in front of you. So I had fun on the Microsoft Paint putting that in front of me that way. And notice the following about the demon. What's the size, the color, what does it look like? Does it have a gender? What's its character, its emotional state, the look in its eyes? Something about the demon that you did not see before. So for my step 2, oddly enough, I noticed this is genderless. It is younger than I would have thought. This demon has the emotional maturity of an 8-year-old. Look in its eyes is frozen fear. And I think by this time I'd made a little bit, that's what it looked like. And when it's that demon, you ask the demon these questions. What do you want? What do you really need? How will you feel when you get what you really need? So I said, demon, what do you want? And this demon wanted to fix everything that's wrong. What do you really need? The demon says, I need you, Cynthia. I need you to keep up and make everybody you are responsible for happy. And how will you feel when you get what you really need? I will feel like I can get off your shoulders and go swimming. So then step 3 is you become the demon. You've got it in front of you. And it's interesting, in front of me it said one thing. You make it become you, and it turns, you get more into it, and you see what the demon has to tell you. You switch places, keeping your eyes closed as much as possible. Settle into the demon's body. Feel what it's like to be the demon. Notice what you look like when you're looking, if you're the demon, what do you look like standing out there? And then you ask the same questions. So, what do you want? Well, as a demon, I want to grow and mature and not have to do this stuff I can't do. What do you really need? I need help and guidance. How will you feel when you get what you really need? I will feel supported. So, step 4, you feed the demon and meet the ally. Basically, you settle back into your own body. You imagine, you disintegrate your body, and you turn yourself into something that's like that feeds the demon. That's a light nectar, and you pick that color. And this is me picking the color of. It looks brown here, but in the back screen it looks green. It was like green leaves. The green of fall leaves is what I turned into, and then you feed the demon, and then you find the ally. You say, is there an ally? Once the demon's been fed, what happens? Well, I got an ally. So my ally is a grown-up woman. She's green and pink and dancing and happy and joyful. She has brown eyes and finds everything slightly funny. She loves me, the demon. She loves all of me. Well, that's step 4. And you do similar stuff. You change places with the ally. You see what the ally has to tell you. And you ask the ally these questions. I ask the ally, how will you help me? I will remind you to dance and paint and create and have fun. How will you protect me? I will help you to do some of the things you think you need to do and help you get help with some of the other things. Recognize what is really yours to do and what you are making up that you have to do. What pledge do you make to me? I will talk with you every day. Let's make an appointment right now for tomorrow. Write that in your Google Calendar. how can I access you? You have to ask for me. And then when I was the ally, which, you know, she looked a little different when she was at LA. I am Eleanor, a green spirit. I will help you by taking you with me to the woods and outside in the sun, and inside by creating art and poems and making things and having fun. I will protect you by meditating with you and reminding you to turn it over to spirit. I pledge I will check in with you every day. You can access me by keeping our appointments. And my ally dissolved into sunlight through the trees when it was turned for her to dissolve. So I can't, you know, I'm really grateful for processes like these. This really lifted a lot from me. I really literally turned from the bat-like creature into the dancing green person. And here's one thing I noticed. You know, I was worried about, my demon was responsibility and things I had to do, and my ally did not suggest making a list. Yeah. The demon usually suggests making another list or being more organized. And I guess that itself is delightful to me. Don't worry, I will always make lists, but I'm also going to get help from my ally. So that is one more process to get us to gratitude. And like I said, I'm really hot for it. We are going to have some classes on it. Hopefully you will join me. Some of them may involve art, some of them won't, but it'll be fun. But right now, for 5 minutes, we are going to have a celebration of, Gratefulapalooza. Gratefulapalooza, or however we want to say it, right? It's some gratitude, and it's, remember, Lollapalooza is heavy metal and a little bit edgy, so you want to get you riled up for Gratefulapalooza here for 5 minutes. That means you're going to have to be a little edgy and go outside your comfort zone and find a person to talk to. And okay, so find a person to talk to. I know you can do it. Find it. If you have to move or you need someone to move to you, if you don't want to move, raise your hand. Even, you know, even everybody, find a person to sit by and find a person to talk to. Okay, go. Find a person to talk to. It's only 5 minutes. It can't hurt that bad. Thank you. I'm proud of every single one of you. All right. I love it. I haven't even told you what to do. Okay, sit down, pick an A and a B. Sit down, or if you want to stand, stand. But pick an A person and a B person. Pick an A person and a B person. Okay, pick an A person and a B person. No, it's just we're just going to take turns. So pick an A person and a B person. Everybody who's an A, raise your hand. Okay. So I'm going to tell you something to do. I love that you're so connected. I had to say that 25 times. I mean, I really love that. Like, that's awesome. Okay. So A is going to say something to B, and B is going to say thank you. And A is going to say something to B, and B is going to say thank you. And so on, and then we'll switch. So A, look at your partner and say this: I am grateful to me for. Okay, A. A, I am grateful to me for. Say that to B. And then you got to figure out what you're grateful to yourself for, okay? I can't do everything for you. A, I am grateful to me for. B, just say thank you. All right, A, one more time. This is a little bit complicated. I am grateful to my demons for. Just make it up if you don't know. It's okay. A, I am grateful to my demons for. A. B, just say thank you. You bees are. Okay, A, here's the last one for A, then we'll switch. A, I am grateful to my allies for. A, I'm grateful to my allies for. B, just say thank you. Okay, now switch. B, everybody who's a B, raise your hand. Woohoo! Okay, go B. B, you say, I am grateful to me for. I am grateful to me for. B, just say thank you. Awesome. B, I am grateful to my demons for. B, just say thank you. Okay, B, this is it. I am grateful to my allies for. Grateful to my allies for. B, say A, say thankful. Thank you. A, say thank you. All right. So thank your partner with a handshake, a hug, a high five, however you want to show appreciation. Thank your partner. And let's remember that all day it's going to be Gratefulapalooza. Gratefulapalooza all day long. Everywhere you go, Gratefulapalooza. Now, let's take an offering for Unity and for DMARC.